Yo, what up? It's Roger from the Mass Gorilla podcast. We did it first. It's crazy. I'm back for about the first time in over a year and a half live in the Mass Gorilla Mass Records office. First on-camera interview in the office since 2020 at least, if not late 2019. Had a good run. I think we did like Krayshawn, Nickel from mid-90s, Ginseng, Drippin' So Pretty, NASCAR Aloe, Police. Then the pandemic hit.
Damn.
I did some Zoom podcasts, inconsistent schedule because it's my least favorite thing to do on Zoom. It's so much better to sit across from an artist. In that process, I started streaming on Twitch. I started streaming on SoundCloud Twitch. That's where I've been, if you were wondering. The SoundCloud show is coming back later this summer in August. I just launched my own channel. This is my first ever live podcast. I'm doing a podcast every other Monday on the channel, doing beat battles, music submissions every Thursday. And we're here with XIX. Who Killed XIX? Carm, Skada, what's up?
Yo, what's up? Chilling.
You really had a lot of high energy before, and now you're all quiet.
Yo, what's up? It's fucking Skada, bro.
Oh my God,
I'm Skada, man. One half of Who Killed XIX. Molly rocks my green tea, man.
Is that an annoying? Do like people come up to you? Is that the number one comment? Molly rocks my green tea.
When I go to parties, people don't know who I am, and I'll be talking to them, and I'll be like, "Yeah, I'm young Skada." They'll be like, "Who?" And I'll be like, "Molly rocks in my green tea," and they'll be like, "Oh, I love that song," and I'm just like, "Wow." It's funny as hell, though.
It's like actually funny because I have the same thing happen to me, where I'm like, yeah, like I'm working with these guys XIX. And now it's gotten way better. But in the past, like, oh, like, I don't think I heard them. And like, the song Molly Rocks My Green Day. Oh, yeah. That's you. That's crazy. It took over TikTok.
I feel like that's a stipulation with like EDM music where a lot of people know the music, but not the artist names, where it's like, we're not necessarily EDM artists, but that's how we're being treated. Like everyone knows the songs, but they're like, who's XIX?
Yeah,
right.
On some dead shit.
Don't worry, like we're gonna get the recognition we deserve.
Or like that Skrillex, like his first thing, like the Sprite, whatever thing. And like people like knew the little sample in there. It's like, oh, like the kid screaming. Oh, that's Skrillex. All in due time. So we're going to get into that. But before that, how old are you guys? Where are you from?
We're both 20 years old because we're born like a couple days away from each other.
Wow.
Yeah. April 2001. We're both 20 years old.
Both 20 from Connecticut.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
What part of Connecticut?
We're from Meriden, but we didn't really like it much back there. That's why we came out to Cali. Like Connecticut scene was like
fucking nowhere.
They hated on us. They was always like they're not supportive with each other, and they all think like they're better than each other. So they don't work together to go up. It's not like in California. Like here, it seems like it's like an artist-driven community. Like people help each other. There's always like someone needing like a photographer or a musician for something, and then someone willing to pay for it. Everyone has like a job out here.
Yeah. Yeah.
You said yeah.
Yeah.
Hit that.
I disagree with them.
Yeah, button. Yeah. But
sometimes I won't say it, and I will just not agree with what he's saying.
Is that like a controversial statement, or you're
I agree with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So were you friends your whole life? How'd you meet?
We met. Yeah, it's funny as hell. We met in kindergarten because he was saying that like Eminem was a good rapper one time. He was just shouting it like in the hallway.
Kindergarten.
Yeah.
Running around saying Eminem's a good rapper.
He was like, yo, Eminem is so good. He was in the hallway like yelling it from the top stair, and I was on like the middle stair, and I didn't know who Eminem was, but I was a child and I wanted to be an asshole. So I was like, Eminem sucks. And he started shouting back like, Eminem does not suck. What are you talking about? And I didn't even know who Eminem was. I was just starting shit. And then we ended up like talking, and he invited me to his house to hang out, and we listened to Eminem together. And then I was like, all right, bro. I was capping. Eminem's actually kind of fire. And then we listened to Eminem all day, and that's how we became friends.
What year was this? You guys are 20. What year were you in kindergarten? 2019?
No, honestly, it was probably more like first grade. It was like around kindergarten, first grade, second grade. We always forget the exact timing, but it's around one of those. It's just like a young elementary school.
And what was that? What was the Eminem? Was like Slim Shady? Like
yeah, it was Slim Shady. It was like Criminal. It was I remember we watched the 8 Mile movie. around like I think after like in middle school, and we were like we watched it over and over again, like just sitting in his room, and then we would watch the rap battle scenes. Like, oh my god, Eminem is so cool.
Wow.
Oh my god, I want to be just like him.
We used to geek over Eminem.
We were little fanboys.
Did you ever see him live in concert?
Nah,
But did you have his posters on your wall? Were you buying the CDs? Like, how far did the fandom
It was just
go?
like CDs.
He had some albums from him, and I had some albums, and then we both had the 8 Mile CD.
It's actually shocking to me that you guys are old enough to even own CDs, because I'm like, 7, 8 years older than you, and I barely owned CDs.
I think it's because our parents were older. I feel like they're the ones who like procured that. They have the older CD mindset. So when we're like, oh, we enjoy music, it's not like I personally, when I figured it out how to download music, I just got an MP3, and I had an MP3 full of nothing but Eminem songs.
Yeah.
But before I could figure out an MP3, like my dad just got me like the 8 Mile CD that came with the soundtrack and the movie on the same disc.
I
Wow.
put them on my Xbox.
Yeah.
Really?
We used to download them on our Xbox
Okay.
360 and like play it in the Xbox media player while we played
Call
games.
of Duty and shit. We're just
With Eminem, until I relax, I'm sitting in that.
Copyright strike. This video is coming down from YouTube. That was the
Oh,
perfect
man.
impression. It sounded MP3 quality. So you guys are like 9 years old, jamming out to Eminem, your best friends. What was it like growing up in Connecticut? What did each of your parents do? What was life like as a child?
So my mom was like a dentist, and like it was alright. Like it was chill. We were kind of like mad poor and shit, but we kind of just figured it out. It was just me and my mom.
Do you have any siblings?
I have siblings now. I have 2 little sisters.
Nice.
With my family, it was like my dad was just like he works, like any average man working a job, he works. Hey,
Really?
nah. Nothing more than a normal parent would it. I could have belted the ass a couple times.
Listening to Eminem without him knowing.
What happened? It was an Eminem getting my ass beat. I'm like,
Yeah.
I went to school every day wearing the same sweater. I never showered. I had greasy ass hair. I had Eminem filled MP3. I was like the stereotypical Eminem fan.
That's the least shocking thing I've ever heard. That's exactly how I would have pictured you as a child. And if you said I showered all the time and I changed my clothes, I would have said, wow, you really changed.
I'm not even sure if I do that now.
But
But as a kid, like I kind of just grew up like with the normal family dynamic until eventually they divorced, and then I just kind of like saw them both on different days. And then I'm not gonna lie, my life was like I was kind of restricted up until a point where it was like it is very unfortunate, but it kind of gave me freedom. Where like my mom came down with like some sort of disease that like I'm not sure exactly what it's called, but it pretty much can shut the nerves down in any limb, and her legs pretty much shut off.
Whoa.
Like it wasn't like no weird accident. She just is in a wheelchair now because her legs pretty much just shut off. And even though that was like a horrible thing, while she was in the hospital, like my young self, who was always like restricted in the house, took that time to like I started biking all over town, seeing everybody. It felt like a Pokemon game. Like I felt like I unlocked like the next stage of my life.
Wow.
And I started going everywhere. And then when she came back, she saw how like independent I was going everywhere, and she continued allowing it. So that's how I ended up getting into more like music scene and stuff like that, because I used to go out to like shows my friends would invite me to all the time. And then eventually we starting bands, and I would just go out all the time to like different houses to practice and stuff like that.
And how old were you when that happened?
This was high school. So it was like through like 16, 17 and 18.
Wow. So your life has more freedom at that point, but at the same time, are you becoming your mother's caretaker? Like, what is your life
I was
after
actually her
that?
caretaker for a long ass time.
Wow.
I actually did it so often that like I signed up to the place that because like they have like helpers that they can hire, and I just became one so I could get paid for helping her.
Wow.
So I was like, I took care of her for years. Pretty much, I took care of her pretty much until I moved out. Like even when I was here, signed with you, I was still taking care of her.
I remember that. Yeah, was part of the journey of you moving out here. But how's your mom doing now? Is she still wheelchair bound?
Yeah, she's still wheelchair bound, but it's like she's good though. Like she's like she understands how to work it. She has a healthy life. She eats good. She chills. She pretty much just relaxes at the crib.
Wow.
Does her thing.
Man, that's heavy, because it's like one thing of like, okay, I was in a car accident, and you can kind of, I would assume, sort of come to peace with that, because it's like what happened, but for it to just happen overnight, it must
Like,
be
yeah, it was
a
literally like
struggle
one
to be
morning she was
why
perfectly fine,
did
and
this
then she
happen?
wakes up.
I was over when it happened.
Like one. Imagine just like living life like normal, and then one day you wake up and like nothing happened. You just can't move.
God damn.
Yeah, it sucks, but like we've learned to deal with it. You know, as humans do. We've eventually
Yeah.
like gotten through it, and like we learn how to be happy.
If there's one thing humans can do, it's fucking persevere
Yeah,
through
facts.
insanity. So you're growing up in Connecticut. You guys are besties. You're palling around. You're
Yeah.
running around town.
We're doing our thing.
You're in bands together. Were you guys good students in high school? Were you skipping class?
Definitely.
Were you getting in fights? Were you smoking cigarettes in the stairwells? What was high school like?
High school was just ass because I didn't learn anything from elementary school. I didn't learn anything from like middle school. Like middle school was actually worse, to be honest, because like that's when I realized they just don't care. Like they don't.
You're
they'll
saying
just
that-
pass you if
right,
you're
yeah.
like failing everything. I failed like every class of 8th grade, and then went into high school in a different town. So like, I just had to drop out. It was just really bad.
I pretty much passed because I was a pretty bad student. Like we were both bad students, but my stepmother actually ended up working at the same school as me.
Wow.
So like
He got lucky.
she just like pretty much forced me to do it, but I needed that like in order to pass because otherwise I wouldn't have done it. Like I was always just like skipping with friends and we would just be doing like chill shit, like walk around the school, do anything we wanted to do. And then she would start like making me come, like I would get to leave during class and get to go like to a room just to study. And then I would have, and then she
VIP treatment.
She works after school too. So I would just stay like as long as she worked until like 4 p.m. or 6 p.m. just doing all my homework there so I could go home and not do it. Yeah, she kind of helped me through that. So shouts out to my stepmom.
I was big skipping. I was like leaving.
Yeah, he lived across the street from the school.
Wow.
He would go home and shit.
I used to wake up, pull up to school for lunch, go to my friends' classes, and then leave.
Yeah.
And then that was it.
How old were you when you dropped out?
I dropped out like super senior year. So like I stayed back twice and I dropped out. Because it was just like there was no point.
Like he was a senior.
just
He
fake.
stayed
were
back
like-
one time and then
You
he
were
stayed
like
back again.
you were like 19 in high school.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And
I graduated on time.
you like graduated when you were 18, and so he's in high school pretty much
Yeah.
as fucking Kismet is blowing up.
Yeah.
What were you doing
I
after you
I
graduated?
dropped out.
I stayed back
dropped
a
out.
grade at one point, but they have this thing that's an internet course. But the thing is, all the answers are on the internet, so I didn't have to study anything. So I was like, yeah, I'll take the course. And then I would do it by just copying, pasting the question into Google, getting the answer, putting it. And then I got to graduate on time because I got to like technically skip a grade.
But so after you graduate, what does your life look like? Did you get a job?
Nah,
Were you going to college?
Yeah, I started working on Amazon actually.
Wow.
It was kind of
'cause
like
there must be big Amazon presence in Connecticut for New York City.
yeah. It was like a
Big ass warehouse.
The literal job was to grab packages with this scan gun, scan it, and then there's like pallets, and you just put it on the right pallet. And it was just doing that for hours, and you would have to do it at like a tempo to stay above time, and you would just keep doing that back and forth for hours. I wrote most of my songs there actually because I would be bored.
Were you pissing in water bottles? Were there any crazy Amazon?
No. It was definitely like it was a cool job because I'm kind of like a remote person. I'm mostly to myself.
Mm-hmm.
So I got there. I started scanning shit. I could go use the bathroom whenever I want. I scan shit. No one talks to me until I leave.
Shout out Jeff Bezos for letting
Nah,
you
nah,
use
nah.
the bathroom whenever you want.
Nah, shout out Jeff Bezos for giving me a check I didn't deserve because that job was easy as fuck and I got mad money for it.
Fire.
Yeah, it was lit as hell.
Did you steal anything?
No, I wish. That would have been
I
mad
don't know.
funny.
You're kind of smiling. I don't believe you. Did you have any jobs, or you were just in high school your whole life
No,
until you signed a record
I
deal?
was just in high school.
Didn't you work for like a week?
I worked at a pizza place for like a week when I was 17, but then they found out I was 17 and kicked me out.
Wow, brutal.
Like they hired me and everything. Like they didn't ask me for my name. Like they just started sending me checks.
That shit was funny as
They didn't
fuck.
even ask me for like I was working there under the alias Flacco. Everyone just called me Flacco.
Pretty
And
Flacco.
that was it. Like I was just making pizzas like on this big ass saw.
Were you getting paid cash?
Yeah.
Off the books?
Yeah.
I would have took that shit too. Not gonna lie.
And then I started signing papers, and they're like, "What? You're 17?" I'm like, "Yeah."
I feel like everyone at my local pizza shop back home is like 15 years old. Why can't you be? 15
Yeah. Why would you?
Literally,
they were on. They had me on a saw, like the big. meat saw, so I was cutting
Oh,
up,
you were.
like,
Oh, you were
pepperoni and
like
shit.
a fucking butcher almost. Oh,
Yeah.
that thing.
Yeah.
I know you're talking about. My where me and Peep grew up. Shout out. I'm not going to say the name of the pizza place, but shout out that pizza place. Actually, Peep. The first time I met him, he was like, I saw you in this pizza place and I was too scared to come up to you because like you just interviewed Mac Miller or something and he was like fucking 13. But
Oh, wow.
that pizza place just employs all the fucking rejects
Yeah.
from my town. If anybody watches this, I love the pizza place. I'm going to go there when I'm home. Don't fucking take it personally, but it's a fact of the matter. So I don't know why they wouldn't keep you employed. But shout out to them because you could have still been slanging pizza instead of going viral on the internet.
Yeah, that's true.
I think it would be mad funny to go back to my hometown, like at the stage of life that I am in now, like just a general. I want to say successful rapper, but I don't want to suck my own dick. But like a general successful rapper, just
out here right now.
yeah.
Living in Los Angeles, signed a record deal, making more money than any of your teachers.
I want to go
Fuck
home
your
and just
hometown.
see all the people that I don't like working. Like I want to go to like a Dairy Queen and be like, let me get a.
You bullied me in high school and you take a milkshake and splash it on your head.
I'm like, let me get my chicken piece, bro. Let me get it, bro.
Nah, he was a bully.
Oh, you
I was
guys are
not in high school.
You were a
Not in
bully?
high
I was the bully. He was
Wow.
I was
you
not a bully
bullied
in high
him.
school.
Is
I
that
was
how
a
you
bully
guys
before
bonded?
that.
It's like
Yeah,
when you
that's
like a
literally
girl that you're a bully, you guys
I
just
met
bully
him
each
by
other.
getting bullied by him.
Wow.
That's
This is
actually
a secret
sad.
story. How were
He was
you?
like, "Yo, I
Were
love
you like?
Eminem."
No,
Maybe-
as
Oh,
when I was
right.
when I was younger, I was a little bully, but it didn't go into like my adulthood. I stopped doing that shit when I like hit high school.
Nah, he still
Yeah,
bullies
because
me.
you were like in high school, you're
Yeah.
like, shit, I'm 5'5". I can't be a
Not
bully
even,
anymore.
not even. Yeah, in fact, it's like seniors and shit, and I'm like, oh man, I'm in
You're
the
like,
wrong place.
Oh god. Sorry, sir. So you were in bands in high school. I've seen footage, or at least at the very least photos of you playing high school talent shows.
We used to play pop punk music. It was a band called Party Mouth.
Yeah, we were not lit.
It was me, him, and our friend Thomas on bass, and at the time, actually, at the end of the band, it was me, him, our friend Draven, who actually he's still gonna drum with us.
Love that name, by the way.
Draven,
Incredible
yeah.
name.
His whole name is like a whole vampire name. I won't say it, but it's some vampire shit. But low-key, when we start playing more live shows, he's gonna be our live drummer for our XIX songs because he be practicing to our songs all the time. But he was in the band and his brother was in the band until eventually it just like broke up. But while we were running, it was just fun as hell. We love playing music like that. I want to start another live band while I'm out here, but I'm just focusing on like our project right now.
I
It
think
sounds like the smart move.
Yeah, I want to start a punk band. I want to start a hardcore punk band.
Sick.
Yeah, that would be
I
awesome.
think the highlight of my high school career was playing the pep rally with them.
That must have been the photo I've seen.
Yeah.
You're in the gym.
That was lit. Yeah,
Yeah.
everyone had their phones out and shit, and that was like the first time I actually got to like perform in front of a bunch of people.
Dude, one of our homies on the football team was like trying to start a mosh pit. He was like swinging, or he was like, what's it called? Crowd killing. He was like swinging his arms and shit. He was wilding out.
So did your classmates respect your band? Because I gotta imagine if I started a band in my high school, kids would be like, "You're a loser."
they were nice
Yeah.
about it.
but they
No.
respected you, and everyone
No.
was like
Not to you.
at the pep
No.
rally.
They were nice to me about
and
it.
they didn't
No, they
respect you.
They were cool about it to our faces.
They were also like, "Who's this kid? He never comes to school. We don't even know who he is."
Low key, they were clowning on us.
Wow,
They were
brutal.
clowning on us. but
I wouldn't expect it. People who are like normal and boring like to clown talent for trying.
nah,
Facts.
bruh. Everyone knew me as the not black kid.
Oh yeah, they bullied him. They didn't. I wouldn't want to use the word bully because they didn't like come at him daily for it. Like we had peace in the region.
Yeah,
But like people definitely would clown on him because all right, in your defense though, you
Nah,
you bleached
bro.
and straightened your hair and you
Nah.
tried to like you even told me yourself that
We have
you were
photos.
whitewashed at the
I'm talking
time.
about after that, dickhead.
What are you talking
I'm talking
about?
about like post that when we started Party Mouth.
People were still calling you that?
Yeah.
Maybe it was just a memory of it.
What
The impression.
was what were some of the challenges of growing up in Connecticut and you're hanging out with weirdos like this and you're in bands like as you and who you are? What were some of those challenges for you?
It's just like trying to find a group to fit in with was really my problem, because I was into like so much different shit, because I kind of grew up like on my own, so I didn't really have anyone to like influence me too much other than like him, and he went to a different school, so it was like
It sucks. We were separated for a while.
yeah,
Okay.
it was like I just had the internet, so I would just go on the internet and fuck with shit, and like the all the subcategories in school didn't fuck with any of the shit I fucked with, so it was like the black kids didn't like me because I wasn't listening to like fucking whatever was on the radio, and I didn't have like new shoes or anything. And then the white kids didn't like me
Because they're racist.
yeah. So it was like trying to be alternative was just like you're just forced to be alone.
I feel like that was the most emo shit I ever heard. But I feel like we have that.
It's like fucking sad as shit.
I feel like we have that crew now, though. I feel like it's just harder to. I feel like you have to slowly make it. You have to slowly make like a friend group you could trust.
I think as much as I'd like to be like, man, kids are getting better, and high school is always going to be fucking horrible. Let alone if you don't fit in the box. Let alone if it's like a cultural difference and like. But once you leave high school, it will get better, and you can find your own people, and you don't have to worry about the fucking random kids in your grade.
Once you leave high school, everything you think is cool will be cool to everyone else.
Yes.
Bruh. I don't even know if I want to say it, but I think I got to say it because I brought it up. So basically, one of the things that I liked as growing up as a little kid was fucking ponies. I just fucking like ponies, bro.
Are you saying like
used to clown on me for it?
My Little Pony?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
The
what do they call those people?
Bronies.
Bronies.
Fucking bronies.
Bronies.
Comes a brony
in the chat.
Nah, listen. I just like the show. I have no friends.
And now it's in?
Show about friendship.
Is it in right now?
It was big in.
I don't know about that.
Have you heard the audio? Molly Rocks?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's My Little Pony.
I know, but like,
yeah, but
it's not like it's cool in high school to like My Little Pony.
Yeah, it wasn't high school.
I thought you were gonna say like, oh, I have red hair and I liked all music, and now all the kids in high school like Trippie Redd, and like you said, you took it so left to the point where I'm like, as much as I want to defend you, I think you could have picked something else besides My Little Pony.
I'm talking about like just the glitchcore community and just like their obsession with like rainbows and ponies. And shit.
Wouldn't you imagine that all the kids in the glitchcore community were the you of their high school?
That's how I see it.
All right, that's what I'm saying is you can pick a different hill to die on besides My Little Pony.
I had to bring it up, bro.
Well, shout out to you for speaking your truth.
Yeah, because I was onto this shit for like.
It wasn't a good one, but thank you for speaking it.
So when does XIX start? You're in bands. Was XIX a band first, and then you kind of started rapping, or?
Yeah. It was around like freshman year, sophomore year of high school. We were in band since middle school, going on to high school. Like, and we were making that transition, still trying to play music with our friends and stuff. But every time we tried to play music with other people, it always like they just weren't on a vibe. Like we were like as open minded as we were. Like we always want to mix everything that we can in our music, and we have fun doing that. Like agreeing in a middle place of our influences, and that's like the result of all of our songs, like a middle place of both of our influences in music. And we agree that like when you're making music with other people, everybody's influences should be accounted for. But when we played for other people with other people, they would always like just be closed-minded. They wouldn't accept the ideas that we wanted to try and stuff like that, and they would always keep it like to their taste.
It's not working with the bands. People are closed-minded, and you have since grown a very distinct sound. You're inspired by SoundCloud rap. You're inspired by X. When was the first song you uploaded? Why'd you do it? Because kids watching, it's like, well, duh, you upload it. But that's a big choice to make of, we're having fun making music. We're going to create profiles and we're going to upload. Like, how'd that happen? And what was the first few songs or the first project?
So the first song we dropped was called Godslayer. And we made it on GarageBand on my iPhone.
That was lit.
And I remember we dropped it because we just had like a group of friends who was just like, this shit's fire. Like, this shit's good. And like, we didn't really think it was going to go anywhere, to be honest. But then like more people from our school started listening to it.
Huh.
And then it was kind of like XIX was like a low-key thing in our school.
Because were other kids in your school into SoundCloud rap?
Yeah, they were
Yeah.
big into it.
Yeah.
Because what year is this? Is this 2017?
Yeah, this is around when
So-
SoundCloud rap is just
It's like,
popping off.
no, I mean, I was gonna say like it's already fleshed out because I obviously one of the the founders of SoundCloud rap. I'll just put that in the air. I obviously was in early in like 2013, and like
Yeah.
people thought Young Lean, like my friends were like Young Lean, I don't get it.
We're
But
not as far back as
by-
Young Lean.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying, but by 2017, it's like it's not surprising to me to hear that. Oh, of course, kids in your high school liked X, and they probably
Yeah.
like Peep, and they like the Suicide
Yeah.
Boys or whatever. So now they're kind of being a little bit more accepting, a little bit.
Yeah.
Probably not to you, but
No.
that's a different, that's a different,
Conversation.
more fucked up conversation to have.
No, I was always thriving socially in school. I was never really bullied at all.
See, you're
Like-
kind of bullying him right now by saying you were thriving.
No. It's not my
Every
fault.
day.
It's not my fault, but it's bullied. Like I think a couple times I was like pressed because some people thought I did fucked up shit in life, and
Bro,
they were
bringing
like,
up the specific.
they were like, yo, I'm gonna beat your ass. I was like, all right.
Did you guys do drugs in high school? I'm curious.
Barely, like we barely touched it, and then near the end we started drinking and smoking a lot.
That's normal.
Yeah, that's all we do,
Yeah.
really. Even now, like we're not really crazy.
I was kind of scared of weed because a lot of the people we used to hang out with were fried as fuck.
Oh, they were little bummy fried.
There
fucks.
is nothing
Right.
like a high school stoner who's
Oh
like,
my-
Oh, there was a million. There was a corner. Damn. All right, I'm gonna say this. It shouldn't be offensive. It was called Cancer Corner because everybody would go to that corner and smoke like chimneys. It was literally like an abandoned like house that was just outside the fucking school like property mark. Whatever you call it.
smoking cigs and weed.
Yeah, they would smoke mad weed. I would hang out with people there all the time. I just never smoked weed. I kind of wish I did at the time though, because there were so many times they offered me free weed that like now that I smoke weed, I'm like, damn, I was really missing out like on all that
It's
free
like
ass
hard to
weed.
come by.
Yeah, now it's
for you guys.
Actually, here
you're
now
not
in
21
California-
yet, but
Oh no, we never smoked.
once you're 21, let me know. I got all the weed connects. I don't
Yeah,
even
no.
smoke, but literally, weed companies always want to send me free weed. So
Oh, that's
but once
nice.
you're 21,
Yeah,
wink,
Oh, yeah.
wink.
Oh, yeah.
Uh,
When we turn 21, that's gonna be great.
yeah, I can't wait
when
to
are you turning 21? By the way,
be April.
you said
Right,
that as if it was.
Well, it already
tomorrow.
passed, but April's gonna be next year. April
You said April as if you said July.
next,
And we're in
next
June right
year,
now, by the
April,
way.
man. Next year,
In one full
April.
year, dude. So you're uploading music.
Mhm.
It's picking up a little traction.
Yeah.
2020, you recently shared a screenshot of when you originally uploaded Kismet, and
Yeah.
you had, I don't know, like what was like 20,000 monthly listeners.
It was
on
like
Spotify?
50,000. Yeah,
That's a lot for kids from a random town in Connecticut who just dropped out of high school or are working at Amazon.
yeah.
What went in to Kismet? How did it come about? When you made it, did you know it was special? What's the whole story there? Who produced it? When did you make it?
I was at Amazon one night, like how I told you I was working there for a while, and I was just making bars in my head, and the hook was the bars that I was making. It was like I just like I'm in jazz. I was just writing bars in my head, and then I was just like conceptualizing the beat when I got home. So as soon as I got home, I made a rough draft of the beat, and then I put all my vocal stutters on it. Oh shit. I put all my vocal stutters on it. I did all those weird glitches in the beat, and like I was doing some, like, even at the time I was doing it, I was like, yo. And then my brother Justin came in. He was hearing it. He was having the same reaction as me. We were like, yo, but it was like really rough. And Carm is like a better like producer and mixer than me. So I sent him pretty much the entirety of it, like with all my vocals, with all the beat. And he made the beat like he just made it digestible, like, because it was kind of shit at first. It was really distorted. So he made it like, he mixed it well, he mixed it properly, he added his own verse, and then like just added mad other cool like shit to the beat that I didn't add. And then yeah, we made that together and dropped it, and it was going off on TikTok for a while because someone had posted a snippet and people were like, yo, we need the
I
song.
posted the snippet.
Oh, you
He
posted the
posted the
snippet. My bad.
I did all the planning, bro.
Wow.
A strategic plot.
Yeah,
to take
so
over the world.
Let's
Yeah,
hear,
no, he did have a plot.
let's
He did
hear
have a
your
plot.
version of the
So
story.
he sent me the song, and I'm like a little bit fresh on TikTok. I've been on there for like a minute. I just like kind of started making videos a little bit before we started like uploading or before we uploaded Kismet, and we had just did a show not very long ago. It was it was a Crunch House show, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was
and
the
I
only
posted-
shows we did.
Yeah, I posted a video of us just turning up in the show, and it kind of went a little bit viral, like 20K, not really like OD,
Wow.
but like people saw it,
That's fun.
and then
Should I
that's when
not?
I was like, "You unplugging shit, bro?"
Nah.
It's like, hello, can you hear me?
Chill. Fuck, where was I?
You
Damn, this
you posted the footage from the show.
Oh yeah, I posted, but and then I posted. So no, Alex sent me the song. I suck at stories.
You want me to say it? I remember it.
Yeah, go ahead.
I sent him the song, and he posted the snippet on TikTok, and it wasn't posted yet, the song, but his TikTok from the song was getting mad traction, and he was like, "Yo, we have to post the song. We have to post it," and we just did.
When I was mixing it though, it was like I knew it was kind of going on TikTok. It was like the whole like glitchcore thing, and I was like, "Damn, Kismet kind of sounds like a glitchcore song."
Yeah,
sounds like, because like Under Pressure came
when
out.
I made it at first, I was listening to that song, but I was like, what if someone made like, because at the time I was only hearing like melodic glitchcore and hyperpop, and like Under Pressure, and then I was
So,
like, what if someone made
Pressure
that?
was out already.
Yeah, and I was like, what if somebody made that, but instead of singing, like
It was
they
more
spit
rapping.
bars? Yeah,
Interesting.
that's how Kismet came to be. It was like bars, his production.
But so the famous sample,
Which one? The
Molly rocks in my green tea.
which one? Yeah.
what?
That's just my bars.
Yeah,
That was
no,
just
no,
my
he
bars. I was
straight-
rapping. That's just
And-
straight up
But
my voice.
what are you
heard him-
saying? You're saying
Yeah.
somebody did it in the Milo Pony voice.
No, I did
Oh,
because I knew it would blow up. 'Cause
it was like an
My
app
Little Pony
where you
shit.
could make cartoon characters say whatever they wanted
Yeah,
to.
but someone specifically used that sound or something.
Yeah,
Oh,
because I made
I-
the sound.
this entire time I thought that person that you say the story to me and the other people at the label,
Oh,
you're
wow.
like, I thought that person, it was that person's voice. You put it into a
Yeah.
My Little Pony.
Yeah,
Okay, see, I will
Yeah.
give you a little bit of credit.
that's
now.
what I'm saying.
I'll give you a little bit of credit. It's still not cool in high school to like My Little Pony, which is the point I was trying to make. But you were validated after being bullied
yeah,
for wearing My Little Pony
Yeah.
full body suits
what?
to high school.
Pause. Wait, no.
Carrying around the
I almost agreed with
figurines,
you.
running with the rolly backpack filled with.
It's
My
like
Little
you
Pony.
said though. It's cool how how they picked on him for doing it in high school, but now he's like
Yeah.
like a big artist in the scene.
Racked out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now he's just like one of the artists.
So
out
at
here.
what point did you say, "Oh, wait a minute, this song is actually reacting and something might happen here"?
As soon as Alana posted it, it just kind of like I was getting notifications up the ass.
Iguana Alana.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to Iguana Alana, who I believe
God.
also by happenstance might have started the CM10 and never met trend.
I think so.
he
too.
I think he
think
tells
so.
that story in the podcast I did with him. Yeah, shout out Iguana Alana. So
Yeah, she put on for us.
did you know her before? She randomly picked the song up.
I hit her up and I followed her for a little bit. It was just that, like, it just popped off on its own. Like once I posted it, I was just like watching everything, like watching everyone start using it.
Yeah, that shit reacted like wildfire. It just happened.
And you're at Amazon. You are at home,
Mhm.
just
We're in the same town, but we would just we would walk and bike to each other's house all the time.
At what point did you like tell your mom or tell your parents like, hey,
Nobody believed
something is
me.
happening here, and I might be able to actually do something?
Nobody believed me until I got the contract.
Wow, it took
Damn.
that long.
Nobody believed me. The whole time I was like, yo, I'm about to blow up. Like, I'm about to leave and like follow my dream. No one believed me. Everyone was just like, you got to finish school.
Yeah, damn.
Go get your license. Go do something. I'm like,
Right,
bruh,
go apply to the
literally
pizza shop now that you're now
Yeah.
17. That's
Oh, God.
so that's crazy. So I heard the song early, not like super early, but I was, always, of course, early on stuff. That's my whole shtick.
You're good at
I,
doing that.
I tend to do things first. But at that point,
I'm a trendsetter.
trendsetter. I'm a trendsetter.
Yeah, no, I felt
No, but a couple labels were already talking to you. I reached out on behalf of my record label, Mass Records. For anybody who's listening to this and doesn't know, I own a joint venture record label called Mass Records with Warner Records. It came across my attention, and immediately, and this is obviously I signed you, so this is real shit. it felt like the first breath of fresh air from the underground since that 2016 wave, because 2015, 2016, Peep blows up, X blows up, Suicide Boys blow up, Ghost Main. Then everything after that, each wave, there's a new wave every 6 months, and typically it's ripples of the original waves, and they're not as big. They're just sort of carbon copies of that.
Yeah.
And to me, with all due respect to everyone else, you were some of the first that I heard your music, and it felt like the golden age, like 2015 underground, and it got me excited, but it was a completely brand new twist on it, and I fucking lost my mind.
Yeah, I appreciate that so much.
Like, seriously, I remember like talking to the chairman of Warner, and I was like, it's a whole long email that I will show you one day. Like, I'll frame it for you one day.
Yeah, we'll have to get like for the wall.
I was like, it's so good because it's this and it's this and it's that.
Yeah.
And it's the first fresh breath, and it's also exciting, and it's doing this, and it's like, yeah. And then we talked on like Instagram message because we couldn't figure out your FaceTime. It was you two. It was your manager, Luke, who's incredible. Also around your age, a couple years older.
Love Luke.
Yeah, he's an incredible person, very good at his job.
Yeah, he's awesome.
And I talked to you all, and I tried. So this is the pandemic happens.
Mm-hmm.
So normally I'd fly out and I would meet you.
Yeah. It sucked that I was so mad because like I've been waiting years to like get a big thing in out of music. You know, we've been working at it for years.
That cake.
Oh yeah, the cake. Yo, we dogged those
cake.
shits. So we brought both of ours like together at one point,
Yeah.
and we were like dogging them shits.
Nah, he sent us a cake. That shit was
I was so mad that the pandemic happened as soon as we got signed because I was like, bro, I've been waiting for this shit to like pop off for years. The second we do, it's like everything we would have done normally, it was like hindered by pandemic.
I don't remember the exact date. I'm sure you must know. Was it June 2020
that you signed us?
Yeah,
I don't remember the exact day either.
it was like somewhere. It was like a few months into the pandemic.
Yeah,
Zoom was still pretty new.
Yeah.
We were on Instagram.
Yeah.
I just remember I was trying to tell you. You were halfway familiar with who I was, I think.
Yeah,
but
I was actually really familiar. I watched your interviews.
I think you were like playing it cool or something because I was trying to explain the story to you, and I remember you were in a room with your friends and you have ADD or whatever you have.
They think honestly everyone thinks I do, but I was never diagnosed. But all my friends think I do.
But so I was trying to tell my story. He was listening, Luke was listening, and then Luke had to be like, "Yo, I think you like this part of the story. Like, listen, stop talking."
Yeah.
And like, I think there was like something going on with your grandma. She was in the house.
That's so funny that you're like remembering it. The fact that you know my grandma was in my house.
I
and
never
shit.
forget anything, by the way. But
that's funny as hell.
It was great meeting. You met with a bunch of other labels. Thank God you chose Mass Records.
Yeah.
So what was it like? I mean, I'm the one who signed you, but what was it like signing to a major label after being bullied in high school and your band's just doing pep rallies, and then the pandemic hits, and then you're going viral on TikTok, and now masked Warner Records?
It was mad lit because like we were working at it for the longest time, and I just started talking to Karma. I was like, you know what we need at an XIX? I was like, the thing is, like, we're musicians, we always practice the art, and all this other shit was annoying. Like, we had to book our own shows, we had to like pretty much do the business to all of our own shit, which obviously isn't unmanageable. People do independence, but it's just like for the longest. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So for the longest time, we were just like, we've been wanting a manager. We've been wanting like people who help us with our own shit, so that way we could like just focus on the music.
Yeah.
So it was definitely great because it was a weight of our off our shoulders, not having to worry about like posting on our YouTubes and SoundClouds and all that shit, and like using DistroKid and stuff like that. Like it's cool to like be on our own shit.
So you get the cakes. You get the contract, you get the Mass Gorilla and the Mass Records merch.
Yeah.
What was it like back home in Connecticut? Your family, your friends, were you freaking out? Did you party? Like,
yeah, we were partying. We were lit.
Oh man.
We partied hella in Connecticut.
What did you do that night that you signed the contract?
We invited all of our friends to the crib. We went go-karting, and then we went home with like mad weed, and we just got like
hell yeah.
And then
we're gonna tell it. I mean, we didn't do any of that actually because we're.
No, I'm telling you what we would have done if I was 21.
Yeah,
like that's what we would have done.
It all, and it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it was fun.
But you stayed. What?
Are we gonna tell the story? about that kid? Should we?
Yeah. I just want to say I'll call him Watermelon.
Watermelon.
So that I think that was the night we were all like chilling, and we have this one friend that we never really liked, but the only reason we were friends with him is because we were all, and he was 21 with an ID, so we'd be like, yo, get the alcohol, bring it here, bro. And he would all the time. He would just bring it. So we were friends with him for the most part. And then at one point he was smoking with us, and he was like, we were all chilling, we were all doing our thing, and then it was bedtime. We all went to bed. Out of nowhere, we wake up to like police and shit at the crib. Apparently, he locked himself in my bathroom on the second floor with no shoes on, 6 o'clock in the morning, opened up the window, jumped off out the bathroom from the second floor onto my ceiling, and then jumped off the ceiling into the backyard. Like one of
your neighbors saw and called
ran up the street and called the cops and said that he thought he heard a gun click.
What?
I don't even have a gun. And he was like, yeah, I heard a gun click in there. And I was like, yo, you just hit
gun click?
That was him hitting the blunt, bro. I'm like, yo, how?
What does it even mean?
Like he thought he heard like he thought we had a strap in that hoe. We did not have a strap.
He also shit himself a few times at our crib.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Shout out to Watermelon one time.
Watermelon crazy.
I was actually I was like cringing a little bit, like, oh man, you're about to just kill this kid for no reason. But
he wilded out. He wilded out. He jumped out, bro. I was like, yo, my mom could have gotten in trouble. I'm so glad the cops were cool. They left. They just took him home.
No, they were like, do you know this guy? And we were like,
sort of. You're like, no, not really. I think he's crazy.
Yeah, he was bugging.
Yeah, no, friend of a friend.
How long did it take you to quit? Because after you signed the deal, and it was a nice record deal. Let's be real.
Yeah, definitely.
It was a nice record deal. Also, let's be real. You guys negotiated the fuck out of it. It was you guys got a lot on your end outside of the money, but I feel like you were still working on Amazon after it, right?
No, yeah, I definitely was. Because like nothing is certain. I don't even think were we signed I don't think we were like officially signed when I was still working at Amazon. Because I was working at Amazon, but you know how I told you I started helping my mom?
Right.
I think I might have still been helping my mom when I was just signed with you. Because I left. And I was still helping my mom for months on months because I was just like, with the money from the deal, I was just like, oh, I don't have to touch that. I'll just keep making money from doing stuff like with my mom, and I'll just, use that money to do things.
Right.
So while I was living there, I did that, but obviously I'm here now, so I'm not doing that.
It did take you a little bit to move out to LA.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, we're in a pandemic, and at the time there were no vaccines and there was no light at the end of the tunnel. We had a fucking shithead for a president who made everything a million times worse every single day of our lives.
Oh, God.
But
you boys don't know real politics. Like, no.
And now the next segment. But so it did, even with all that being said, it did take you a while. Was there ever any thought of like, we're going to stay in Connecticut? Or
we always wanted to go to California. We wanted to go to California since we started playing in bands in middle school. We were always like, yo, I want to go out there, be where the weather is nice, where the music is. Like, we always wanted to come out here from the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
So this is like what we've been working up to.
You eventually came out to California to shoot the Kismet video with Mezzi, and you never left.
I got stuck.
I left.
You had to eventually go home,
help
your mom out. You had to pack up all your stuff and move it out. He stayed.
Yeah, I left my wallet.
He lost his wallet.
Lost your wallet. Yeah, right. Likely story.
I had to stay with some friends, but those are like my best friends now.
Yeah, shouts out to Cap Sad Boy for letting you stay at his house.
Kai and you.
So Cap was the one in the music video.
Yeah.
And you met there?
Yeah, like
wait, what, in Kismet?
D.
Yeah.
That's D. That's Ben.
Cap is the one who was in Chicago.
Cap Sad Boy filmed Toxic.
Right.
He's like in the Chicago show, yeah. He's awesome too.
So you ended up finding your friends online.
Yeah.
Through TikTok.
And that shit was crazy because I made a TikTok of just like me and my friends skating somewhere in Connecticut, and Cap recognized the place that we were skating at, and he made a duet, and he was just like all around there, and I was like, bruh, we're gonna link up and we're gonna skate. And like months later, he moved out to California with his friends, and then our TikTok blew up, and we just met him out here.
Crazy.
Yeah, and then we kind of like live close by now. We hang out all the time because it's literally like a walk away.
Yeah, you have a nice community out here now.
Yeah, definitely. Because like I had a lot of internet friends I met too. Like we met Satori, we met CM10.
Yeah.
We met I met Scruff Puppy.
Right.
Like mad people out here that we met. It's like it's lit. People love
It's
to
so
meet.
funny. We recently went to Chicago for the Half People Showcase, and your two friends, super nice. I was like, oh, cool. And then I landed back in LA, and like I went to tag them in photos or something, and I looked at their profiles. I was like, oh, like they're like famous.
Oh yeah, they're pretty big. Yeah,
it's
Kai,
so
Kai is like a
Yeah.
Twitch streamer.
Yeah.
Ben Crow is a Twitch streamer and TikToker, and Cap is a videographer. Oh, they're all TikTokers too.
Crazy.
I guess everybody's a TikToker, TBH.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not yet, but I'll be there soon.
You should.
Yeah.
You'll
I would
pop
love
off.
to.
Mass
I
Gorilla
just need
TikTok.
somebody to run it for me. I mean, I like should have like all these podcasts should be cut up on TikTok.
Yeah.
It's just like there's like 15 million.
Mm.
I'd rather focus on releasing your music than making
Yeah.
TikToks.
I use TikTok as like my personal. I just do whatever I want.
As like you're because you're famous on TikTok.
A little bit.
You have like over 200,000 followers now.
Little, tiny little bit.
But so you moved to Los Angeles. Was it scary? You were still only 19.
Yeah.
All of it's happening so fast. You
Yeah.
meet all these kids on the internet. You're signed to a major label.
Honestly, it didn't I don't think it really shocked us very much, or like we were obviously very happy when it did happen, but I don't think any of it was too fast or overwhelming because we've been working like towards it for years already.
I was already trying to get the fuck out of Connecticut.
We kind of felt like this was like the break we've been working to deserve,
Yeah.
like earn, like we've been trying to get towards this the whole time. So it was kind of cool that we did. We got it.
You are in a great apartment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We're just mad chill at the apartment.
Heavily turned up.
Oh yeah. We just our two friends from Connecticut just moved in with us.
Oh wow.
Yeah, our my brother, my like blood brother Valen, and my best friend Carlos. Wow. So now we got like 4 people in that hoe. It's lit.
Packed house.
Yeah, because why not?
You're sleeping on floors. Sleeping on
Couches. They got their couches.
How do you like LA compared to Connecticut?
It's definitely like way chiller because
I don't
like
even like Connecticut.
oh yeah he that's
no
why
one likes their home.
No.
when he lost his wallet he wasn't even tripping.
He's like, fuck this
I wasn't
shit.
even
Yeah.
I was like, I'll figure it out.
yeah,
As long
honestly.
as I don't have to go back.
When I went back, I wasn't happy. That's why I came back. That's why I made the decision to move. Like I wasn't even set in stone of moving yet. He was just stuck in California. His plan was to chill for a bit and come back. I wasn't even like, yeah, I want to move to California now. So I was actually like still like chilling in Connecticut
Yeah,
until I realized I was
like, yo,
depressed there. I didn't like it, so I came out.
There's a part of your story is that it's Pride Month. You just put on Instagram, Happy Pride Month from your favorite pansexual duo.
Yeah.
For the people who don't know, what does that mean?
It's just like
I with less rules.
it's like just regardless of gender. Like it doesn't really matter what you are. If we fuck with you, we fuck with you.
If you got a butt, hit me up and we can fuck.
It's like literally completely regardless. It doesn't matter if you're like non-binary, male,
Yeah.
female,
If I
anything
fucks
at
with
all.
You, I fucks with you. And that's it.
It's just it's a good thing to be.
When did that come about? Was that in high school you knew? Was
Yeah.
it
Pretty
after
much
you-
when we knew the definition, we knew.
Yeah.
We were like, oh yeah, that's us. Like,
Mm,
because we just fuck with whatever.
yeah.
We're with the shits.
I
Hit me up,
think
Roger.
I can't remember if it's unreleased music or not, so I'm not going to reference any lyrics.
I say do it. Even if it's unreleased,
But
they'll know now.
you like do talk about having boyfriends and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Or like stealing
Yeah.
girls' boyfriends.
Like just queer energy bars.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have a lot of those.
Have you been in any long-term relationships?
With men?
Either dated? You guys are 20. You're rock stars.
Yeah. I have.
What's the love life looking like?
Ooh. I had to break up with my.
I just don't. I'm not gonna talk about it.
I had to break up with my girl when I moved out
In
here.
Connecticut?
Yeah.
Classic rock store story. He blows up. He leaves his girl behind.
Bro, that shit was tough. That shit
Yeah?
was tough, low key. But she was mad toxic, so I feel good about it.
Yeah, you gotta
She
cut
was
those
mad
people
toxic,
off.
Bro, she like. How in depth should I go? How much time do we have?
You should tell the call you got one
The
time.
call?
That would
Alright.
be just
We
don't say
have about
names.
another 2 hours if you want to stretch it that long. So
All right, gotcha.
yeah.
So
As long as this conversation is interesting, we're willing to go.
Shawty hits me up. recently she calls me because it's like because we just had like broke up because like I'm just not good at like texting. Like the ADD just makes it so
you guys aren't good at texting, by the way. I can vouch for this.
Oh yeah, no,
I like love to text. You guys are more FaceTimers, but even that, you're kind of not even. You're more in real life.
Yeah,
sort of people.
We're definitely 100% in real life.
Exactly, and it's like she just wanted 100% of my attention, which I was already fighting myself for. So it was just like OD, and like she just didn't have any boundaries, man. Like I like being alone sometimes, and like you can't really get mad at me for that.
Yeah, I like being alone most of the time.
You have a girlfriend? You broke up with her?
Hey, I don't talk about it.
I mean,
It's
I
private.
didn't mention the phone call, but we had
okay,
recently broke up because of that. And
What's the
then
phone call?
She calls me, like I'm just chilling with my friends.
Mhm.
Like I think it was early as fuck in the morning too.
Oh, it's funny.
She calls me.
It's bad.
She's like, "Oh yeah, you know that kid that you didn't like?"
Oh my god, brutal! I know where this is going. Brutal.
And I'm like, "What? Why you have to call me to tell me that?" Like I don't hit you up whenever I'm with someone.
Wait, finish the sentence.
Huh?
You
We
finish
already
it.
know where it goes, bro.
It's so
I don't gotta
funny.
repeat it.
There's a little peep story about this, and I won't even reference with who or whatever. But something happened to him, but there was a video
Is it
involved.
the story that where I saw it? It was an Instagram post. And,
Yeah.
The girl
Don't say
was
the name.
like-
Yeah, but yeah.
The girl was like,
It's like actually turned into a meme at this point. Like,
yeah.
people don't even know it's him, and like it will pop up on my timeline on like a different part of Twitter.
I've seen people just comment it like
Yeah.
as like a shit post, like a comment.
Yeah, it's so funny.
Yeah, that was a wild ass post, like a comment. And everything. He said, "What the fuck you want me to do?" Like, he's like, "What did you expect?" That shit was hilarious.
What's the full comment? Is like, what do you want me to do? I walked in on you, or
No, it was when
sent
you were,
me a
yeah,
video
it was like
of
you showed
sucking
me a
someone's
video
dick.
of you sucking
Yeah.
some other dude's
What
dick.
do you want me to do? She's like, Peep, you broke my heart or something. And then he's like,
Yeah, what the
fuck? He's like,
You
what
just
do
tried
want
to
me do?
cuck Peep,
Yeah.
bro. Like,
So funny. But so it's a no comment from you. That's okay. We don't have to get into it.
I'm very emotionally unavailable. I'm hard to talk to. You know, it's hard to open up.
Interesting.
I saw you in your prom dress and you looked amazing. Okay, dude.
So what's life like in LA? What's like your daily routine? You waking up at 3 p.m, you playing video games, you going to Little Tokyo,
We
drinking boba. Like what's going on?
we usually like get up. We usually sleep at either like our crib or our neighbors who we hang out with all the time, like we were just telling you about. And we usually just wake up, do our morning
smoke.
routines, yeah, and then link.
I mean, we wake up and then we
What's part of the morning routine? It seems like you want to throw something in there.
nah. We just wake up.
You told
Just
me
wake up and
a
move on.
interesting story about going through airport security.
Oh yeah.
You bring the
Oh,
worst
yeah.
things through airport
yeah.
security.
Bruh, every time I always fuck something up, bruh.
When you were moving to Los Angeles, I believe is how the story goes,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, I had to go back to Connecticut to get my shit. Was it even that? Yeah. No. Actually, we were in a hotel. What was that trip for?
What trip?
Was
When
it
we-
for the
when we
video
left-
shoot?
When I brought the
You can
Where did
say
we
it.
go?
I'm asking you.
Probably.
Oh, he got a plastic booty. That's what he's referencing.
No, I was gonna tell the story, but you didn't.
Oh, I thought you were
Tell
scared
the
to
I
say
was
it.
asking you where we were. All right.
I don't know, bro.
I was trying to get through airport security with some cakes, like just some like silicone cheeks.
Okay, so for the people who don't know what cakes are, let alone silicone cheeks, it's a sex toy that is a
Yeah.
silicone
It's an
replica
ass, bro.
of
Cakes.
an ass.
You get
Fat
on that.
cakes.
Yes.
Listen, I'm not gonna get coronavirus. I'm not gonna be fucking around with people when there's a pandemic that won't even let me leave my house without a mask on.
Now we got the pocket pussy on deck.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But
Bring it, just bring
I
it.
had to go all out. I got the whole cheeks, bro. I
Yeah.
tried to bring them through airport security, and they couldn't see through the silicone.
It was like in your book bag or
It was
something.
in my carry-on.
You gotta bring it. Like he brings it when we go to like we moved to Chicago. Had it with him.
You had it for one night in
Bro,
Chicago?
He can't let it go.
You're addicted.
No, I didn't.
You're
bring it to Chicago. I
addicted.
didn't bring it to Chicago.
Oh, you did it? I thought you
Yes.
did.
Did you see me?
Nah, because you
probably
travel with it all the
for
time.
2
That's why I don't
nights.
remember because you
Two
bring
or
it
3 nights.
everywhere.
Nah.
But so you're headed to LA for a video shoot, or you're moving or something, and you have this silicone sex toy
can't
in your
see
carry-on, so they can't see it.
Can't
So
see through
they
it.
stop you.
They stop me. The dude opens it up, and he just looks at me, and then he looks at the dude next to him, and the dude next to him gives him a swab. And then he like has to swab it in front of me and then bring it to the back.
Into the actual sex toy. He swabs.
He swabbed my cakes. And,
I was telling him I would have used it and then let them check it out.
Was the cake clean or was it?
Yeah, it was clean. I'm not gonna trap. That's a mess, Roger. That is a mess.
Oh, you're gonna find it's my nut in it.
Yeah, that's horrible.
Now you gotta put it in the liquid tester to find out. Like, oh, it's just nut.
It's not the bomb. It's just a nut-filled sex toy.
And then when we came back, because we had to come back, we had to go through TSA again. Shawty saw it through the X-ray thing, opened it, and was just like, "I'm not searching." And she closed it, and she just let me have it.
Smart.
Nah, she would have been the one that survived my in the booty antics. like the ones that you could only get hurt by it by going, "Oh, I have to check this." Like the one going, "I'm not gonna check this." Like it's the one in the right now.
Good, man. I'm good.
You told me this story before, and you were like, I use it because I don't have time to date.
Yeah.
No
it's
time
just
for
like,
bitches.
It's like you really gotta hit people up, and then you gotta like act like you care, and then you gotta like it's extra.
And I don't know about you, but I can't just fuck anybody. I gotta get an emotional connection.
Yeah, bro. That's mad.
That takes a lot. That takes time. You know, that's hard.
You're too busy playing video games.
Too busy being my meat.
Oh God.
But so normally this is probably where the podcast will end. I'll ask you what you have coming up next.
Yeah.
However,
you
did Kismet all over again times 10. If people thought, oh man, they fucking blew up on TikTok, yada yada yada. Yeah, fucking right. They're here to stay.
Yeah.
Where almost to the date, like year anniversary of Kismet blowing up, you have another song going nuclear.
It's gonna happen every year.
It's gonna happen every 6 months. So we released a project on Master Records, Warner Records, Black Metal Militia Records, XX 2020 Records, whatever.
We call the crib the Black Metal Militia base.
Yeah, real scam know about that.
But so we released an EP. When was that? It was earlier.
The first one or the second one?
The first one, because this is from the first one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the first one. Yeah. It was like 5-6 months ago.
And randomly, about a month and a half ago, I start getting emails from Luke and your managers and your other managers, Brett and Max, like, "Hey, something's happening around this track. Like, we don't know what it is, but something's happening." I'm like, "Great, we're gonna keep a close eye on it. We're gonna track every lead down. We're gonna figure it out."
Mm-hmm.
And each week or so, I get another email, but like, it's happening. It's happening. It's really happening.
Yeah.
And then it started to really happen, and the song went viral on YouTube. It's Spy. Spy went viral on YouTube, and then it crossed over to TikTok, and now
it had the little viral on the TikTok thing.
Yeah. I don't know what the current number of created starts. Over 120,000 TikTok videos created in the past only few weeks.
Yeah.
It's number 9 on the US viral Spotify charts, 20 on the global viral Spotify charts, doing millions and millions and millions of streams every week.
Yeah.
We saw stuff.
Bigger than what Kismet was doing.
Yeah.
Honestly, like I think it's a matter of like we take inspiration. Like one of my inspirations is you know the Death Grips.
Yeah.
I think it's the effect that they also had because like even though they were pretty weird, they're pretty big, and it's the effect of like really good music. And it just needs to be discovered. Like I think we've always been confident in our music to say that we've had bangers, but it's just a matter of like putting it in front of people so they can know it's a good banger. Because it's not a matter.
I think it's just mostly like we just try to make the best out of what we can do type beat.
Yeah, that's true.
Like I'll sit down on FL Studio and make a weird ass beat, like just disgusting clip, like distorted random shit, and then I'll try to make it into a song. So like however it ends up sounding, like whatever genre you guys want to like categorize it as, it just ends up being like good. So it's like I feel like that's just like my secret sauce. So when people can finally like go past trying to figure out what it is, then they could just like enjoy it.
we try not to like genre lock ourselves either. Usually when we make a song, we just go like, I want the energy to be like blank.
Mm-hmm.
So it's more about like energy for us than technical elements. Like
because it's also interesting you mentioned that because when Kismet was blowing up, Pressure already blew up, and this hyper pop thing was happening. You were immediately in Rolling Stone of Meet the New Alt side of TikTok or something.
it was
It was you,
awesome.
CM10, and I forget who else. Maybe it was David Shorty or somebody. I can't remember. There was like someone else. And people want to call you hyperpop, but you're absolutely not. I don't even know what hyperpop is. I mean, I know what hyperpop is, like, and the artist considered it, but it's like the same thing with CM10. It's like, I don't consider CM10 hyperpop. Like, the project he just put out is like fucking sort of singer-songwriting. And like, yeah, he has a couple, like a glitchy song with you guys, actually. That's almost like a joke. But I consider you both rappers who make very progressive music.
Yeah, I've always considered myself like a rapper, not like a little EDM kid.
Is there any sort of what would you? Someone said hyper punk the other day. I was like,
I like to leave it.
I was like, eh.
I like to leave it up to interpretation. Like I like when people just call me whatever they want, as long as they're enjoying the music. I don't really care what they call it.
But who are some of your favorite artists right now?
Smoke Purp has been my favorite rapper for like years.
Right.
NASCAR is definitely on that list. You like Jaden Smith a lot.
Oh yeah.
You're huge. Yeah. You have his merch too, right?
Yeah.
You like have his hoodie. I saw.
Yeah. Nah, Jaden Smith's my boo.
I love Trash Talk. That band is amazing.
Cardi.
Oh, Cardi's good as hell. Yeah.
Any moment of the day. Any time of the day, I could bump Cardi.
Whenever there's a sesh, like a function at the crib, always at least one Cardi song on the list, bro. I swear to God. Stop Breathing is such a banger.
So fire. So fire. But you, I mean, notably, we don't have to say names, but there's no hyperpop artists on that list.
Yeah, nah. I actually don't even really listen to hyperpop. I just started getting into hyperpop because I wanted to inform myself more on the scene. So I've been listening to Eric DOA. I've heard a couple Glaive songs. I heard a couple Ozquin songs and Finland's songs. And CM10. Yeah. Although, like you said, you didn't really consider him hyperpop. But I'm not very informed on it either, TBH.
Yeah, I feel like it's just so fresh that no one really knows what to call anything.
I listen to like normal rap more than anything.
Is there any tricks to TikTok? Spies blowing up. Is there any rhyme or reason, or you're just getting lucky, or
is it appropriate to like go to the bathroom in the middle of an interview?
Go for it.
Awesome. Do you think, bro?
I don't know how to answer this now. He's not gonna be on camera.
Hey, you're the TikToker, bro.
All right.
Can you bring in the water when you come back in? He's definitely gonna unplug a wire when.
Nah, I don't think there's really a secret to TikTok. It's more like just using the audios that a lot of people are using.
Because you use TikTok outside of your own music.
Yeah.
You have fun on TikTok and you put up skateboarding or you use other audio and you've grown a following. It's not like every single post like swipe up, even though there's no swipe ups on TikTok, but I'm just saying I swipe up and listen to my new song. It's like you're a part of the community. That's probably the key.
Yeah. The only way to really be like successful on TikTok is to show people your music without trying to feed it to them. Right. Like don't like just use your audio and then like do a random video of you doing dumb shit. It's like you got to really find a way to implement it in a way that can affect, like in a way that is more relevant to the people watching it. So it's like
you like wouldn't advise, for example, that one kid I've forgotten his name, but like 3 years ago he had green hair and he like lit a blunt in his math class or something. Yeah. And then he tried to be a rapper. Like that's not the route to take.
No.
I think the general theme, and this applies to anything, is like you can't fake it. Yeah. You have to fully commit. Yeah. Like if you want something to be successful, you have to put 150% in. You can't be like, oh, I'll post my song on TikTok every 3 weeks and hopefully it blows up. It's like you got to fully be a part of the community.
On God. And it's like, like if I wasn't on TikTok the way I was and I didn't know like the right creators to hit up to ask to use my sound, then I wouldn't have made it this far. Like I would have just posted a video of just the audio and
Thank
like
you, bro.
not gone anywhere.
I don't think we have enough water for all the glasses, so I'll put very small amount in mine.
Hey, Luke,
Oh,
give
no,
me
you're
2
good,
glasses,
I'm
not
good.
me. I don't even care.
Okay, fuck it.
I got Red Bull.
There we go. I'll take all the water. We were just talking about TikTok, and you can't fake it.
Yeah.
You got to be committed.
I'm not really good at TikTok. I just fuck around with it, TBH, and just good things happen occasionally.
Hell yeah. What's coming up? So you got the show tonight with Josiah. Friday, you're doing the first in real life subculture party in
Yes.
LA post pandemic. They blew up over Zoom. You're like headlining pretty much. It's you.
It's sold out.
Wow, sold out. It's you, CM10, and Pussy Riot are the headliners.
Yeah, and I think there's like hella other artists playing
Yeah.
too.
I can't. It's like a pretty deep lineup. I know the Aquadolls singer is
Melissa.
Melissa Brooks.
She's awesome.
She's playing it. There's a few other people.
Yeah, I love working with her. She's amazing.
You haven't played many shows,
We haven't played many shows. I'm hoping that because they're known for like a rave scene.
right?
I'm praying to fuck that this venue and this show is gonna be like a rave. Like, because if that's what they're planning, like I want to go nuts in there.
Seeing how people dress up for the Zoom, like
Yeah.
how they're gonna show
That's
up.
what I was thinking.
Post pandemic, it's gonna be wild. I'm gonna be there.
Especially sold out. Like
If there's a mosh pit, I'll be in it.
There's gonna be
if there's not a mosh pit, at
No,
least like
no,
a rave,
no,
like
no,
just
no,
jumping
No,
and shit.
really
At least
mosh pit.
there's gonna be a mosh pit.
You guys played at the Half Evil store at the Masquerade Times Half Evil
There is a mosh
showcase,
pit there.
and you were first on the bill. And I was like, oh, I wonder how the crowd's gonna react. It's in a store, and you immediately just jumped into the crowd.
yeah.
There was a
Yeah.
mosh pit. It was lit. It was
too
crazy.
lit.
Yeah, you guys were born for
We
this.
know like it's what they want, because it's like, first off, even especially now, like we're just bringing shows back. These kids are like hungry.
Right.
Like they want to see people wild out. They want to see us do our thing. Like even when they don't know who's playing, just them hearing crazy ass noises out of the speakers and this hairy ass dude with his shirt off and this like tall ass dude with his shirt off, just like wilding out, screaming and shit. Like
Right.
everybody is just like, yeah, like let's get with it.
You have a lot of hair. Do you want to get into that? I'm just kidding. That wasn't a real question. That was not a real question.
I was just gonna say I don't really like I don't take care of my hair at all. I have low regard.
Well,
I'm the opposite.
thank you for coming on the podcast.
Yeah, man.
I appreciate it. We're going to take fan questions now. If you're
Awesome.
watching on YouTube, you don't get to see the fan questions. Go follow Masquerade on Twitch. I'll put the link in the description. Subscribe to this channel. Follow Masquerade on Twitch. And now we're going to take fan questions.
Hell yeah.